Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a rash of murders continues to grow with a new homicide investigation underway in Westbrook.
Plus, we'll hear about new rates that will help Mainers pay less for electricity.
And Americans may be paying more this year for Christmas trees, but one local farm is helping to keep the prices affordable.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us on this, Thursday.
Yes.
We're already to Thursday. We'll have all those stories coming up a little bit later on, along with a lot more. But first, a check of that forecast, and it's looking like a pretty nice day ahead.
Another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
All righty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, the small crowd advisory has been extended now until around 1 p.m. as we head towards your Friday. Along the coast, active surf will be expected yet again as you do move forward. So that's why this is now in effect until that time frame. Meanwhile, on land, we're looking pretty good this morning. Some clouds developing, maybe some areas to the north seeing a few flurries this morning in a few areas, but again, nothing too extreme to worry about though. We'll stay quiet out there otherwise today with a partly cloudy sky as the clouds we're seeing out there this morning will give way to sunshine for most spots, while some other areas may hold on to the clouds. As we zoom things out, not a whole lot going on, maybe a few snow showers in a few spots up in Canada, maybe northern Maine. It's kind of about it. You can see those flurries again there, but otherwise we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. But a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds to the north. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky this afternoon and a few more clouds approaching as we head towards early Friday morning. As for the wind, it will be out of the southwest today up to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts up to 15 miles per hour at times, and the winds may pick up a little bit more as we head towards your Friday. So that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, we will have some sunshine out, but clouds to the north, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. A suspicious death in Westbrook is now being investigated as a homicide. Police say 61-year-old Clarence James Pearson was killed, but they're not saying how. Mal Meyer with the details.
Mechanic Street is quiet now, but it wasn't that way on Tuesday.
No one's ever expecting like a knock from the police at 6:50 in the morning.
Rebecca Archer lives right by this apartment building where a man's body was found.
The detective asked, have you talked to your neighbors or seen them in the recent days? And I said no.
Someone called 911 for help just before 1:40 a.m.
CPR is not in progress. Please, they may be beyond help. She's refusing to return to the apartment.
It was just a lot of police coming in and out. And then the evidence response team showed up.
They were pretty tight-lipped. They didn't have much to offer.
David Charest owns a few of the apartment buildings around the block.
Stadies were going up and down the street, knocking on doors and asking questions.
He also wanted answers, but couldn't find anything anywhere until today, though it wasn't much at first. Charest says he tries to do the best he can for his tenants, but this is unsettling.
Things like this happen. All you can do is say, hey, hopefully they've resolved that issue and we can move forward.
For Archer, it's surprising to have something like this happen so close to home.
Hopefully the police can get the matter sorted out quickly.
And that was Mal Myers reporting. In other news, authorities are investigating a death at a residence along Main Street in Fairfield. Our crew on the scene observed several state police vehicles, including a state police crime lab and major crimes unit. Neighbors tell us there has been a heavy police presence there since sometime on Tuesday. The body of the deceased has been transported to the office of the medical examiner, where an autopsy will be performed to determine the official cause of death. The investigation remains ongoing, and we'll update you as we learn more information.
The Penobscot County Grand Jury has indicted a former correctional officer arrested for alleged sexual assault and tobacco trafficking. 48-year-old Robert Ireland of Old Town was arrested in September after the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office investigated reports that a corrections officer was bringing electronic smoking devices and other contraband into the jail. Detectives also found Ireland allegedly had inappropriate contact with 2 female inmates. He was indicted on 2 counts of gross sexual assault and trafficking of tobacco in an adult correctional facility.
Well, meanwhile, two men accused of setting a fire in Bangor were also indicted yesterday. 19-year-old Joshua Fletcher and 41-year-old Eric Hassenbeck of Harrington were both indicted for arson charges. Police say the fire at 271 Elm Street in Bangor started a little before 4 a.m. on August 31st. Two people were inside, but they got out safely. And finally, 24-year-old Zachary Boggs, who police say is a transient, was indicted on several charges, including aggravated assault and violation of conditions of release. In September, police responded to a residence on the Irish Road in Carmel. They say a handgun was used to pistol whip a victim. The victim sustained serious injuries to his face and head, but they were not life-threatening.
A Brewer woman will serve more than 2 years behind bars for financial crimes and for making a straw purchase. 50-year-old Carol Bragdon was sentenced on Wednesday in federal court for wire fraud and making false statements to a mortgage lending business. She was also sentenced for making a false statement to a licensed firearms dealer in the separate straw purchase case. Bragdon was sentenced to a total of 42 months in prison. She was also ordered to pay a $177,000 restitution.
Well, more than 44,000 crimes were committed in the state of Maine last year. That's according to the 2022 Crime in Maine report, just released by the Department of Public Safety. The report states that there were just over 1,400 violent crimes in 2022. 28 people were killed by homicide or non-negligent manslaughter. 413 rapes and 821 aggravated assaults were also reported. There were also more than 26,000 crimes against property. That includes offenses like burglary, identity theft, motor vehicle theft, and shoplifting. A link to the full report can be found on our website at foxbangor.com.
A government watchdog is highlighting issues within the Maine Department of Health and Human Services, which oversees child protective services. Our Augusta area reporter, Corey Bouchard, has more about what the group describes as ongoing systemic failures after their investigation into the death of a Brewer infant.
Surely we can appreciate a case where caseworkers are constantly coming in and out. This same caseworker had chance, opportunity to sort of understand what was going on.
Peter Schleck, the director of the Office of Program Evaluation and Government Accountability, a state watchdog agency that is investigating how Maine DHHS handled a number of recent child deaths in the state, is talking to the legislature's Government Oversight Committee about the case of Jaden Harding, a 6-week-old infant from Brewer who was killed by his father in the spring of 2021. Schleck says the caseworker assigned to Jaden's family throughout its many years of interactions with DHHS was not new to the job.
You read about the one caseworker who had 3 investigations, who then had a number of opportunities to sort of pick up on some information and just we couldn't get there. That caseworker had approximately 6 years of experience at the time of that work. The supervisor had approximately 17 years at that time.
One of the factors listed in OPEGA's report of Jaden Harding was that caseworkers were overworked and assigned more cases than they should have been. Schleck says according to new communications with current DHHS caseworkers, the problem isn't getting any better.
An investigative caseworker should have no more than perhaps 10 or 12. And one of these caseworkers told me she currently has 39. And one of them, who was breaking down in tears at various times, really in an extreme state of concern, has 30.
We reached out to DHHS about their current case-to-case worker ratio and did not immediately receive a response. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, we have some good news for you today, too. CMP and Versant customers around the state will soon be paying less on their electricity bills. The Maine Public Utilities Commission announced the new standard offer electricity prices on Wednesday, which are notably lower. According to Chair Phil Bartlett, the savings will equal out to about 35% cost reductions for CMP customers and about a 30% dip for Versant customers.
We hope this is meaningful relief at an important time. You know, inflation continues to sort of plague so many sectors of the economy. People are paying more every time they go to the grocery store. So we hope that this will be meaningful relief. I think $32 a month is pretty significant for a lot of folks. And when we think about this in reverse, when we have rate increases of $5 or $10 a month, we worry about the negative impact on customers. So conversely, having this kind of savings hopefully will give people a little breathing room at a time when they really need it.
Bartlett went on to say that Maine's standard offer rates are mainly tied to natural gas prices and world events that affect those prices. He adds CMP and Versant have no control over these rates.
The director of the governor's energy office put out a statement shortly after the announcement saying, quote, "The reduction in standard offer electricity prices is welcome news. These lower rates will provide much needed relief for Maine ratepayers who have faced increased costs because of volatile global energy markets and New England's over-reliance on natural gas to generate electricity." He went on to say that it's important to continue to diversify Maine's energy supply to reduce the vulnerability to price increases driven by global events.
Well, Rockland police are making light of a recent crime as they try to find the person responsible. They say a clumsy criminal broke into the Maine smoke shop on Tuesday night and made off with cartons of cigarettes. The alarm went off and the suspect can be seen fumbling around with the smokes before slipping out ahead of police. Rockland police have since posted the security video of the incident on their Facebook page with music from the Benny Hill Show behind it. All right, well, Rockland police say the suspect's own lack of coordination limited the loss of the product, although there was a significant amount of damage. They say although it's not a joking matter, they feel humor is sometimes the best way to bring light to an otherwise very sad and upsetting situation. The funny video was also posted with the approval of the victim of that theft too. So everybody's kind of making light of it, but boy, that guy was having a hard day trying to get those cigarettes out of there. So hopefully they capture him.
A tote bag would have been a better tool for the criminal offense.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. Just kind of boom.
Okay. Well, the time now is 6:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a teacher in Hancock County is receiving special recognition for going above and beyond to help educate local students. We'll take you to a gathering held in her honor.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. A pretty nice day ahead today. Partly cloudy skies with highs up near 40 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with lows dropping down to the upper 20s. Tomorrow we'll see the clouds rolling in with highs near 49.
It's one big week for Gary. So who will get his final golden rose? Now, this week on GMA, the Golden Bachelor himself in an all-new interview. What will Gary say now? What will he reveal? Don't miss this on
Good Morning America.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the visions of celebrating with family and friends this holiday season. Give the perfect gift to get you where you need to be all year long with Milwaukee tools for any job. Milwaukee's impact driver and ratchet sets will get you up and going and receive a free M12 battery instantly when you buy an impact driver and ratchet set at any of Coastal Auto Parts' 29 locations. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Maine House Home Furnishings and Gifts has all you need to trim the hearth and set the table with our fantastic 40% off sale on home goods and unfinished furniture. Come to this family business, Maine House on the corner of Route 15 and 16 in Abbott now.
All the nonsense
Fibber
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart if you wanna look smart. Be smart, think smart, talk smart, be smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
You gotta unleash the power.
Woo! This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Demonstrators took to downtown Bangor's Pierce Park last night to support the people of Palestine. The rally commemorated the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. Demonstrators voiced their frustration with elected officials, calling on them to do more to help people in the crossfire of the war.
Not a humanitarian pause, a full ceasefire in the ongoing war and genocide against Gaza, and for an end to U.S. military aid to Israel. Ultimately, what we want to see is we want to see a free Palestine, and we want to see justice for everybody from the river to the sea.
Demonstrators voiced their support for House Resolution 786, which calls for an immediate de-escalation and ceasefire in Israel and occupied Palestine. Coming up in the broadcast, we'll have the latest on the ongoing war.
Some call it the Oscars of teaching. Since 1987, the Milken Educator Award has recognized teachers across the country for their selflessness and excellence. One of the recipients of this year's award is a teacher from Hancock County Technical Center. Our Doug Banks introduces us.
Check, check, check. Check 1, 2.
Students and staff gathered alongside camera crews, educators, and the Milken Family Foundation.
We look for teachers and principals who have leadership, who go above and beyond, who are somewhat of hometown heroes.
There is no application process, and the teacher had no idea that a life-changing moment was awaiting her.
She was gone to India for her sister's wedding, so that was a little bit of a challenge making sure, and she flew in yesterday.
And the Milken Educator Award goes to
Megan Stubbs!
She has been a teacher for over 10 years, but this year, Megan Stubbs is the sole recipient in Maine to receive this award. And her initial reaction to it all?
I was like, why would you know my name? I guess was my question.
She'd never likes the spotlight, but she's one of the people who's always working hard to make sure that everything we do comes together and is done well.
Grateful for the award? Absolutely. But hearing from students that she is the person in their life that they can trust, that is the greatest award of all.
She comes to my games all the time. She's very supportive in and out of the school, and I just always know that she's there, and I can always rely on her for anything.
Some don't know how important a person like Miss Stubbs is to their life until they're gone. And for her, life is much more than teaching a curriculum.
So that they feel supported, so that they know that they have an adult that respects and appreciates them where they're at right now.
And will this award change her? The answer is no.
I want it to still be just my kids and me.
In Ellsworth, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the award also comes with an unrestricted $25,000 prize.
That's pretty nice, too.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations to her. Sounds like it's well-deserved, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, and Hancock County, too, represent.
Yeah.
Good for her. Okay, the time now is 6:18. After the break, Americans may be paying more for Christmas trees this year on the national level, but there's one local farm that's helping to keep the costs down. We'll take you to Piper Mountain coming up.
Plus, the ceasefire has been extended for another day in the Middle East, with hopes it will lead to the release of more hostages. We'll have the details as Good Morning Maine continues.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Herman Meadow Golf Club, Billings Road, Herman, Maine's most family-friendly golf course. Happy holidays from Silver Fox Automotive, specializing in everything from oil changes to diagnostic repair. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Cat Tracks LaGrange, your dealer from Hewitt Docks and Grasshopper Lawnmowers.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority. And with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo. The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
Tis the season to get your Christmas tree up and decorated for the holidays, but a recent report from the American Christmas Tree Association says purchasing that tree could be harder on your wallet this year. Our Matthew Juronsik has the story.
Christmas tree. It's that time of the year. The cold nipping at your nose, the feeling of sap on your hands, the smell of pine in the air. With everybody Thanksgivinged out, for some, the focus now turns to picking that perfect Christmas tree for your home.
But it's become our tradition to come up here with the family.
And with that tradition comes a price tag. According to the American Christmas Tree Association, the nationwide average price of a tree increased 10% from last year, averaging between $80 and $100. Yet Piper Mountain Christmas Tree Farm is one spot that hasn't seen much of a price increase.
Our trees have gone up less than $2. Our trees start at $60 for a 6-foot tree and less, and go up $8 for any additional feet.
A $20 difference may not matter, but West Gardner resident Dan Wilson says it's the quality of the trees here that has him coming back.
They always have exactly what we're looking for. So we'll keep coming here as long as we can, and it's affordable for our price range, and it works great for us.
Although you probably won't find your Charlie Brown Christmas tree up here, these trees still mean more than a simple decoration for the holidays.
It's an experience. It's getting the family out, having everybody taking the saw to the tree and bringing it down here and getting it baled.
This is our 4th year, and it's exactly what we're looking for every year. So it's kind of become that tradition.
In Newburgh, Matthew Juronsik, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Nice to see they're trying to keep the prices down. That's a great place to go get your tree, too. I've been out there myself.
Yeah, those trees look beautiful, too.
They get a lot of neat ornaments in the shop there. I think they have other goodies for people. And,
right.
Yeah, it's part of the holidays.
That's one of my favorite parts, is being able to warm up in the shop after you go get your tree.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, the time now is 6:22.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. A full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. Already this morning, a small cloud advisory has been extended until 1 p.m. as we head towards your Friday, as we're going to be watching for some active surf as we head towards early Friday morning, courtesy of some gusty winds yet again. So make sure that we're keeping an eye on that. For now, it's not too bad out there at around 3 to 4 feet according to the buoys. A little bit out there further out towards sea at around 6 feet. And these lighter colors that you see here indicating higher surf further out towards sea as well. But for now on land, we're not too bad. We just have clouds developing after this morning. Perhaps a few flurries or light snow showers further off towards the north. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good as the clouds moving through. And these clouds will give way to some sunshine as we move forward today as well. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture. Not a whole lot going on here, though. As the snow returns further off towards the north. High pressure not too far away. We'll get some sunshine going later on today as well. The clouds may hang around, though, across the northern parts of the state. As we do move forward, again, a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds to the north. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky. And as we head towards Thursday night, a partly cloudy sky yet again, some more clouds approaching. But then we have to watch for a system as we head towards late Friday, more so as we head towards Saturday. So let's break all this down. As we head towards Friday, we're looking pretty good. By Friday night, some rain and snow looks to move in, though, so that'll be moving through mainly overnight Friday night to Saturday morning, mainly as rain, but a little bit of snow in the northern parts of the state. And we could keep some of this activity going as we head towards Saturday evening and also in the parts of Sunday as well. So we will need to watch this closely with some activity moving in, some rain and some snow, and looks like some gusty winds as well, as the isobars will be stacked yet again. As for the snowfall, though, it doesn't look too impressive right now. This is quite a few days out yet, though, as we're looking towards Saturday by that point. Maybe an inch or so in some areas before we're all finished up. But meanwhile, further down toward the south, not expecting much of anything there, except some rainfall in some areas too, where maybe up to a quarter of an inch or so possible, maybe higher amounts in a few areas before we're all finished up. We'll make sure to keep an eye on that as well. Meanwhile, for today, though, lower 40s, partly cloudy. The southwest wind getting up to around 15 miles per hour at times. Overnight tonight, upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky, and a south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, upper 40s, increasing clouds, south southwest wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Rain and snow chances are here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday and Sunday's high in the lower 40s, and then the upper 30s on Monday.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
At Rennie's, we are ready for winter. We got lots of sleds, we got snowshoes, we got yak tracks, plenty of hand warmers. We got snow pants and jackets, snow stoppers, sleds, and you can fight the snow with
Snow Fighter shovels made in Maine. I'm ready, are you?
I'm ready. Get to Rennie's so you can be ready as well.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
This holiday season, you can expect the same great deals as you do every year, here at Quality Jewelers. Come in between now and Christmas Eve to capitalize on our 36-month 0% financing. We also have discounts store-wide, up to 50% off select pieces priced to move. Our expert staff is standing by, ready to help you find that perfect gift to fit your price point. Make this year one to remember with us here at Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Now to breaking news in the Middle East, where Israel and Hamas have agreed to extend their 6-day ceasefire by one more day. The new deal is expected to lead to the release of more hostages kidnapped from Israel in exchange for imprisoned Palestinian women and teens. The development coming hours after Hamas released another 16 hostages, including one American. ABC's Justin Finch with more from Washington.
Breaking overnight, Israel and Hamas extending their fragile truce for one more day. The Qatari Foreign Ministry helping to broker the down-to-the-wire deal, announcing this latest ceasefire was extended under the same terms as the past one. 10 Israeli hostages for 30 imprisoned Palestinian women and teenagers. On Wednesday, Hamas releasing 16 more hostages taken from Israel, including 49-year-old dual American-Israeli citizen Liat Benin. President Biden, who is working personally to free more Americans, saying he's spoken with Benin's family.
I talked with her mother and father. They're very appreciative, and things are moving well.
Benin's sister Tal speaking to ABC's Matt Gutman.
Until we got the final okay that she really was amongst the people that were returned, then I could finally breathe, take a deep breath.
Benin, a mother of 3, was kidnapped from her kibbutz along with her husband Aviv, who remains missing. Benin, now the second U.S. hostage released so far. The U.S. says at least 8 more are still missing. It's unclear who is holding them or where. The family of 23-year-old Hirsch Goldberg is holding out hope for his release. His father saying U.S. officials have been supportive.
But we are not getting any concrete information, certainly not at a personal level, about Hirsch, our son, from the U.S.
In Gaza, the truce extension will allow more aid into the ravaged territory. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is now in Israel, where he says the U.S. will focus on extending the ceasefire to free more hostages and get more aid into Gaza. Blinken also expected to meet with Palestinian President Abbas. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Well, voting for the GOP presidential nominee starts in less than 50 days, and candidates are working hard to ensure their campaigns are still alive in the new year. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has more from Washington.
With the Iowa caucus and New Hampshire primary just after the holidays, now is the time for Trump's GOP challengers to turn up the heat if any of them are going to win the nomination over the former president.
I know everybody wants to make this race over now, but it's not over, and it's not even close to over.
I don't play for second. I never have. I'm not going to do it now.
Trump is dominating the GOP field with 62% of the Republican vote, per the latest Fox News poll.
Based on the polls, it looks like we're in good shape, but, you know, the worst thing you can do is say, oh, you know, we're going to stay because he's leading by so much. Get out and vote.
He's a political and cultural phenomenon. How do you run against that?
Well, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is trying her best to do just that, snagging a major endorsement this week from the powerful conservative group Americans for Prosperity.
I think President Trump was the right president at the right time. But the truth of everything is, rightly or wrongly, chaos follows him.
Besides Trump, Haley is the only candidate who's had consistent upward momentum in the polls, and the others are taking aim.
Got Nikki Haley. She leaves the UN bankrupt. Literally swimming in debt.
I think she's just fundamentally out of step with Republican voters. I think she's relying on liberal media to prop her up.
Meanwhile, Trump is juggling his campaign events with his court appearances. The civil fraud trial against his companies in New York finished its 36th day and is expected to last another month. But Vivek Ramaswamy's political director is not letting Trump's legal issues keep him from joining his campaign. Ramaswamy confirming the exit from his team this week. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Several social media executives are heading to the Senate to discuss online child exploitation. The Senate Judiciary Committee says it will conduct a hearing on January 31st of 2024 with CEOs including Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, X, formerly Twitter's Linda Yaccarino, TikTok's Xiaozi Chu, Snap's Evan Spiegel, and Discord's Jason Citron. Subpoenas were issued earlier this month by the committee for Yaccarino, Spiegel, and Citron, while Zuckerberg and True agreed to testify voluntarily. The committee says it knew its efforts to protect children online may not be easily accepted by major tech companies. Several of the companies are already facing lawsuits from school districts, claiming their sites are too addictive for children.
Well, some breaking news overnight. Former Secretary of State and renowned statesman Henry Kissinger has died. He leaves a storied political history, having served multiple presidents and helping to shape foreign policy for decades. For more than 60 years, Kissinger was one of the most influential and controversial figures in American foreign affairs. He was 15 when he escaped from Nazi Germany as a Jewish refugee. He would go on to win both the Nobel Peace Prize and the Medal of Freedom. Among his greatest accomplishments was helping to relieve the tension with both China and the Soviet Union. Henry Kissinger was 100 years old. He lived a very long and prosperous life.
Yes. All right. Coming up on the second half of the newscast, we'll get a look at the expansion project at Bangaro's Acadia Hospital and hear how it will be used to treat local patients.
And a home used in a classic Christmas show is now up for sale. We'll tell you all about it as Good Morning Maine continues.
Here with at-home kitchen, bath, and flooring in Dover Foxcroft, we are proud to be the one-stop destination for all of your interior home renovation needs. Here you'll find our amazing kitchen design team and our flooring installers on staff and ready for you and your custom projects. We have over 50 years of combined experience and we will work with you from start to finish, including design, demo, and cleanup. So come on down and see us and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Choosing Miracle Ear was a great decision, like when I decided to host family movie nights. Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs. Now I enjoy every moment, the quiet ones and the loud ones.
Make a sound decision. Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
Maine QuitLink offers free help to stop smoking and vaping, including personalized quit plans and free patches, gum, and/or lozenges with every program. Get connected to a quit coach, trained to develop a plan that works for you. Learn how to curb cravings and overcome slips and relapses. It's free, it works, and people who enroll are 2 times more likely to successfully quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mainquitlink.com.
Remember the one who was sent to you this day. Merry Christmas from Ideal Recycling. Season's greetings from Saliba's Rug Cleaners, specializing in rug cleaning and repair for more than 60 years. New England Bible College and Seminary wishes you the blessings of the love and light found in Jesus this Christmas.
The Rotary Club of Bangor's Festival of Lights Parade, Saturday, December 2nd.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, November 30th, 2023, and the last day of November.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Today is also National Personal Space Day.
If you never have been able to state your objection to unwelcome hugs and unsolicited shoulder taps, then this day is for you. It may seem rude to have to tell people to not touch you or give you space, but on the flip side, it's also considered rude by many to touch people without their consents.
It's just one of those
Hey,
things.
I agree. I get that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger too. I don't mind hugging people. I like hugging people, but
No, I'm a hugger too, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm also the person who's like, don't you dare touch me.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking, I'm imagining stabbing you in my mind.
yeah, sometimes it's just inappropriate too, especially like in the workplace and things like that. So
Just don't.
Something to think about.
Just don't do it. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
And also like kissing other people's babies. It's like maybe just don't go up to the baby like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I've never kissed anybody's baby,
that's a thing.
but yeah, I guess so.
That's a thing. Okay.
I might make funny little names and
Oh
voices,
yeah,
but, you know,
yeah. That's
that's a whole other thing. Though.
I find that encourageable.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what this was. I don't do that. That would probably scare the heck out of them.
No,
So.
Yep, I get it.
History time.
Okay, now for some historical events that occurred on this day. On this day in 1487.
Going way back today.
I know, this is
Yeah.
the oldest one. The first German beer purity law was enacted in Munich, stating that beer should be brewed only from 3 ingredients: water, malt, and hops. And to this day, Bavarian-style beers are
Yeah.
very popular. I don't know if the connection is to that 1400s law, but I find that interesting.
They take their beer seriously.
Yeah, I know, I love it. And in 1782, Britain signed an agreement finally recognizing U.S. independence.
In 1954, Ann Hodge was bruised by a meteor in Alabama, the first modern instance of a meteorite striking a human. And for a bit of local history, on this day back in 1958, the first U.S. guided missile destroyer was launched right out of Bath Iron Works here in the state of Maine. And in 1979, Pink Floyd's The Wall was released, selling 6 million copies in just 2 weeks, and it's still a very popular album to this day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My dad can tell me how old he was and where he got his copy of Dark Side of the Moon, and he can go to his record collection and pull it out and be like, "This is what I got when I was 12 years old." And
he's about my age too, so
a little older, but yeah.
Makes sense.
Right. I know that it's a pristine copy too. He keeps
Yeah.
his records in mint condition.
Good for him.
Yep. And a few years later in 1982, Michael Jackson released Thriller, which became the best-selling album in the world and won a record-setting 8 Grammy Awards.
And for birthdays today, we have American actor and comedian Ben Stiller. He is 58. And former baseball and football player, the only pro athlete in history to be named an all-star in 2 major North American sports, Bo Jackson is 61 years old today. And also actress Kelly, how do you pronounce her name?
I don't know.
Coco?
Yeah.
Especially known for her role in Big Bang Theory. Well, she's 38 years old today. I'm a fan too. I love Big Bang Theory. Never could pronounce her last name. I don't know.
No, I didn't know her name until now, but she's in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
so happy birthday.
Yeah. Bo Jackson was huge. He just kind of disappeared after he did his whole thing.
Yeah.
But that was huge around the time when he switched to baseball. And
Maybe that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. Be successful and then slowly just go back into your own world.
I'm out of here.
Right. Good
Yeah,
for him.
I get it.
Yep. Hey, yesterday was beautiful, quite chilly, but the sun was out, which is nice.
We'll see a little sun today, but some more clouds too. Not too bad though.
Yep. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. As we get into things this morning, the small crowd advisory has been extended now until around 1 p.m. as we head towards your Friday. Along the coast, active surf will be expected yet again as you do move forward. So that's why this is now in effect until until that time frame. Meanwhile, on land, we're looking pretty good this morning. Some clouds developing, maybe some areas to the north seeing a few flurries this morning in a few areas, but again, nothing too extreme to worry about, though. We'll stay quiet out there otherwise today with a partly cloudy sky as the clouds we're seeing out there this morning. We'll give way to sunshine for most spots, while some other areas may hold on to the clouds. As we zoom things out, not a whole lot going on, maybe a few snow showers in a few spots up in Canada, maybe northern Maine. It's kind of about it. You can see those flurries again there, but otherwise we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. But a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds to the north. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky this afternoon and a few more clouds approaching as we head towards early Friday morning. As for the wind, it will be out of the southwest today up to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts up to 15 miles per hour at times, and the winds may pick up a little bit more as we head towards your Friday. So that hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, we will have some sunshine out, but clouds to the north, temperatures in the 30s and 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Well, the house from the classic movie A Christmas Story has a new owner. The house, located in Cleveland, was used for exterior shots in the movie and some interior scenes. It's available for tours and overnight stays. On Tuesday, Christmas Story House and Museum announced that its CEO, Joshua Dickerson, is taking an equity stake in the company and becoming its managing partner.
How often does anyone get to say, I get to own a piece of something so iconic, so historical and so Cleveland. I love this city, so it's an awesome opportunity.
The house is restored to look like it did in the movie. There's also a gift shop, museum, and the Bumpus house next door, which is also available for overnight stays.
I always like that lamp. It looks like a lady's leg.
Yeah.
In it. So.
Yeah. Well, it is a lady's leg.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, it looks like one. I don't know if it's a real leg, but
yeah, hopefully not.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Okay. Still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
Making contributions to a 529, no matter how big or how small, keeps the conversation going for a family.
Some sort of training beyond high school is needed. Having some money put away, that's kind of our goal.
And it helps your child think about what they want to do with their future and know that they have some financial support, but also your support as a parent to pursue their dreams.
To learn more about NextGen 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the program description at nextgenforme.com. Check if your home state has a 529 plan that offers tax or other benefits.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. Hopscotch. Someone came to play.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Starting with some basketball, Black Bears women's hoops is getting set for Maine's own Mackenzie Holmes and number 17 Indiana on Thursday. For them, it's just like any other game, but with a chance to show more people what they're made of. Ryan Sudol has more.
It's just a great night for Maine basketball in general. It's exciting.
Thursday night, the Black Bears travel down to Portland to face Gorham native Mackenzie Holmes and number 17 ranked Indiana at a nearly sold-out Cross Insurance Arena.
It's just something to be excited for. No one gets this opportunity every day.
And we also got to remember to stay internal to ourselves and stay focused and, keep a little bubble inside our team.
With this big a crowd combined with this opponent, the game carries a different vibe than many the team have had, but that's not changing their preparation at all.
We kept practicing being tough defensively, what we do every year for every game, just making sure we stick to the principles, stick to the rules that we have, and just try our best.
The Black Bears are coming off a 1-2 showing over the weekend at the vibrant Thanksgiving Classic. Despite the record, head coach Amy Vachon is pleased with how her team performed.
I played 3 tough teams, really, really good teams, and came out with a win against Louisiana Tech. If you would have told me we'd be 4-3 with the schedule we have, I probably would have taken it at the beginning of the year.
One thing that's been hot since day one is the duo of Ann Simon and Adriana Smith, the pair combining for nearly 30 points a game.
When they come together, they're unstoppable. The bond on the court is like nothing else, and they show some great leadership as well.
And while no player is averaging more than 8 points, there's plenty depth, just not in the most noticeable ways.
Like it comes down to a stop that maybe gets counted as a team stop, but it can be one particular player that forced that stop. Even if it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, as long as we win as a team, that's what matters.
Regardless of who wins Thursday, the Black Bears want to make sure folks see that and make a statement on the biggest stage possible.
We're just going to fight. We're going to keep fighting, and we're going to show this whole state of Maine what UMaine women's basketball is about.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, looking forward to that. Let's stay on that topic, but we'll hear from the visitors. It'll be the first time in years that Mackenzie Holmes will be playing basketball in Maine. The Hoosiers and the Black Bears tip off at 7 p.m. on Thursday at the Cross Arena in Portland. Indiana sitting at 5-1 on the season, and as we said, the 17th ranked team in the nation. Holmes herself has developed into one of the country's top power forwards. She's averaging over 27 points and 7 boards a game. And before heading east, she talked about her long-awaited homecoming.
I'm very, very, very blessed to have someone like Coach Morin in my life who knows how much, Maine and my people back home mean to me. So for her to, take the effort to make this happen, and for Coach Vachon as well, for allowing this to happen. We're playing at a neutral site, which is going to be great because it's closer to home for me.
Should be a fun night down there. Let's move on now. Less than 3 weeks after the Lewiston mass shootings that shook the core of our great state, the Lewiston boys soccer team capped off an emotionally tough season with a Class A state championship right at home. And on Sunday, the Blue Devils will be honored off the field for what they did on it. The team will be heading south to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the Blue Devils will be honored by the 6-time Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Before kickoff against the Chargers, they'll be announced on the field at Gillette. They'll even get a chance to ring the bell.
Yeah, it's really cool, especially cool to do with a team that we've played together with for a while now. And I've watched Patriots my whole life, so it's cool to be able to go to that game and ring the bell.
I think it's something that I've never been at. I've never been at a big stadium. And I watch a little bit of football myself. I think it's going to be very fun. I'm just very anxious to be there.
Should be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for those guys. Let's get back to basketball now. Back to the University of Maine. Maine men's hoops in action, wrapping up a long road trip on Wednesday night. Black Bears going up against Holy Cross, trying to get to 5-4 on the year. It was a hot start to the night for Maine's Kellen Tynes. Gets to the lane here for the hoop and the harm, count it, and 1. Later in the first, here he is again. He's going to get a little bit of space on the screen, pulls the 3, and nails it. Next time down the floor, here he goes again, pulls the 3, nails it. That's a career high 26 points on the night for Kell. But Holy Cross would hang early. It's a 7-point game. Luth Kolabali is going to get it to go off the pick and roll right here. That is a tough big man bucket. Makes it a 5-point game, but Maine would run away with it in the second half. Jaden Clayton finds Jashante Wright McLeish, who buries a 3-ball. Maine wins 72-57. All right, and finally to some high school girls hockey now. Penobscot Pioneers looking for 2 straight to start the season. They're facing Brunswick. Pioneers trying to avenge their loss to Brunswick last year. A minute into the game is where we'll start. Pioneers' Anna Malloy cross to center ice in the zone. She snipes one. That's going to give them a 1-0 lead. 1 minute later, still into the first, it's Jordan Williams on her own, and the reigning KVAC Player of the Year nails the wrister. That's going to make it 2-0. All right, 3-0 Pioneers now, and here come those Dragons. Lacey Palmer works her way in, and she gets it to go top shelf. Brunswick, they are on the board. Later on, though, Pioneers' Delaney Carr gets it to Megan Delahanty. That's her second goal of the game, makes it 4-1. She'd have 4 goals. They go on to win 7-2. And that is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Oh no! Son of a nutcracker. This is what I get for eating all those cookies. Hey, Rotor, I got a big clog for you. I'm stuck in the chimney. Again. Yep, I'm the clog. Any chance you could fa-la-la over here?
For all your holiday plumbing needs, Roto-Rooter can save the day.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Season's greetings and have a happy and safe holiday from Ben's Auto Body, Palmyra. Carpet One of Bangor wishes everyone a happy and safe holiday season. Season's greetings and happy holidays from America's oldest shoe store, Colburn Shoe, Belfast.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
Welcome back. It looks like we'll see some sun and a few clouds today.
Yeah,
overall, not bad.
Still chilly, though. Here's one final look at that full weather forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. A full weather forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Discover Joe's Market, 102 Garland Street in Bangor. Your one-stop shop for groceries, fine wines, and craft beers. Quality and variety await you at Joe's. Already this morning, a small cloud advisory has been extended until 1 p.m. as we head towards your Friday, as we're going to be watching for some active surf as we head towards early Friday morning, courtesy of some gusty winds yet again. So make sure that we're keeping an eye on that. For now, it's not too bad out there at around 3 to 4 feet according to the buoys. A little bit out there further out towards sea at around 6 feet. And these lighter colors that you see here indicating higher surf further out towards sea as well. But for now on land, we're not too bad. We just have clouds developing out there this morning. Perhaps a few flurries or light snow showers further off towards the north. But otherwise, we're looking pretty good as the clouds moving through. And these clouds will give way to some sunshine as we move forward today as well. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture. Not a whole lot going on here, though. As the snow returns further off towards the north. High pressure not too far away. We'll get some sunshine going later on today as well. The clouds may hang around, though, across the northern parts of the state. As we do move forward, again, a lot of sunshine today, maybe some clouds to the north. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky. And as we head towards Thursday night, a partly cloudy sky yet again, some more clouds approaching. But then we have to watch for a system as we head towards late Friday, more so as we head towards Saturday. So let's break all this down. As we head towards Friday, we're looking pretty good. By Friday night, some rain and snow looks to move in, though, so that'll be moving through mainly overnight Friday night to Saturday morning, mainly as rain, but a little bit of snow in the northern parts of the state. And we could keep some of this activity going as we head towards Saturday evening and also in the parts of Sunday as well. So we will need to watch this closely with some activity moving in, some rain and some snow, and looks like some gusty winds as well, as the isobars will be stacked yet again. As for the snowfall, though, it doesn't look too impressive right now. This is quite a few days out yet, though, as we're looking towards Saturday by that point. Maybe an inch or so in some areas before we're all finished up. But meanwhile, further down toward the south, not expecting much of anything there, except some rainfall in some areas too, where maybe up to a quarter of an inch or so possible, maybe higher amounts in a few areas before we're all finished up. We'll make sure to keep an eye on that as well. Meanwhile, for today, though, lower 40s, partly cloudy, but southwest wind getting up to around 15 miles per hour at times. Overnight tonight, upper 20s and a partly cloudy sky, and a south wind getting up to around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, upper 40s, increasing clouds, southwest wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Joe's Market. Rain and snow chances are here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday and Sunday is high in the lower 40s, and then the upper 30s on Monday.
Ladies, a main adventure. Wow, look at all these trucks.
Let me tell you, I love trucks.
You love trucks. I love trucks. I love all the toys that we carry at Rennie's. We have a great selection of Lego items. We have wonderful earth-friendly toys, plenty of baby dolls. We've got puzzles. We've got games. We've got everything for every child on your shopping list. Get to Rennie's. Get some great toys this Christmas season.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
I got hurt in a car accident, and the insurance company wants me to settle for way less than I deserve.
Fight fire with fire. Call the twos.
Lowry and Associates got me $150,000 for my car accident.
A family-owned and operated business since 1953, Hammond Lumber Company recognizes the value of their team members and the importance of employee satisfaction. Hammond is honored to have been named one of the best places to work in Maine for 3 years running. This year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Hammond is always looking for great people to join their team. To find your place on the Hammond team, click on the careers link at hammondlumber.com.
I came here on this journey hoping to find love.
This is it.
Tis the season of giving, and now you can donate using new giving machines. They're Virginia's first ever giving machines. It's all part of a nationwide campaign. These ones are stationed at Ballston Corridor. The machines work just like regular vending machines, but instead of swiping and receiving a snack, people swipe to donate a product or service to charities nationwide. The giving machines are in Arlington until January 1st.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, great idea for malls and other stuff.
Yeah. Well, meanwhile, Rockefeller Center is starting off the Christmas season with its 91st Christmas tree lighting. New York Mayor Eric Adams helped turn on the lights. They lit the lights last night. The 80-foot Norwegian spruce tree features around 50,000 lights and nearly 5 miles of wire. The tree topped is a 3D Swarovski star with 30 million crystals. I know I blew that word, but...
Swarovski, I think.
Swarovski.
I've mainly seen it written, not said, but wow. I guess that's on my bucket list. We were just talking about how incredible it is, and
it'll blow you away when you see something that big with all the lights and everything, and something about the atmosphere in New York City this time of year. It's just really, really neat.
Right.
So everywhere you go.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to go soon. It's kind of just like an Amtrak ride away.
It's not too bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you can stay with us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on ABC 7. If you missed anything, head to foxbangor.com.
I'm Craig Colson, and that's Emma Smith. Hope you have a good day.